Hey guys, what's up? This is Jordan Crook with TechCrunch, and I'm here with Matt Capucilli, who is the founder of Ketchup. Hello, Matt.
Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. So you want to tell people what Ketchup is all about? I mean, they don't know because it's brand new, right?
Yep, we are launching basically today. Okay. And Ketchup is a social planning application. It's a way to plan who you want to spend time with, basically.
The way that it looks like it works is you kind of can remember having those conversations. Maybe you and I want to go get donuts, and Steve and I, my producer, want to go to the movies. I can remember which activities are associated with which people and kind of have someone to call.
That's exactly right. I mean, people are doing this already. They're already making these arrangements. They say, let's get drinks soon. They say, let's go play ping pong soon, whatever. But Ketchup is a way for the people to capture those agreements that they're making already, and then have them as a reference for later.
So how do you capture them without it getting really annoying, right? Because what people like the least about a lot of these apps is that they have to do a whole lot of input to get anything out of it.
Sure. We really paid attention to that, and we simplified it down to basically 2 steps. You pick a person, and then you pick an activity, and you send it to them. And then that person can reciprocate by agreeing to do that activity with you. So essentially, you're looking at my table right now, which is my entire social plan. So this is everything that I want to do with my friends. And it's just a to-do list, essentially. To add a new one, all I do is pick from my group of friends on Facebook that is polling right now. So I can select any one of my friends, but I'll pick my test user here, Arugula Sprunguli. And then I can pick from a list of common activities, or I can select from a large list of custom activities that we put in here, or I can type in my own. But I'll pick miniature golf. And then I could optionally add a message, but I'm just going to send it. And then as you can see, it gets added to my table here, and the seal is gray. That means I've sent my intentions to that person. And all the seals on the right that are red, that means that person agreed. They explicitly reciprocated the intent to do that thing with me as well.
So you took scheduling out of it, but when they agree, then how do you go from there? Is there like a chat function where you can be like, all right, meet you at 8?
No.
How do you close the loop? You have to have that person's phone number or something, right?
Yes. Well, you're definitely connected to them through Facebook at minimum. So you could Facebook message them, but you're probably going to have their number or their email address. So we left out that step on purpose because people are naturally going to use those mediums to communicate scheduling. And we don't think it's a necessity to have a messaging platform in here to add another messaging platform to the world. But you could add something to your own calendar if you wanted.
So how do you ensure that people aren't doing the same thing with Ketchup as they're doing in the real world, which is, hey, I want to do this. Yeah, me too. Sure. And then they never get around to actually scheduling it.
I think that's going to happen. And through my usage of this application and the beta users, it happens sometimes. But that just shows you who wants to spend time with you and who doesn't.
Right.
And that brings up a good point. Let's say I sent one to Arugula for miniature golf, and in the real world, I asked him to play miniature golf a couple times, and he keeps saying no. Well, I don't want that part of my plan anymore because he's not doing it with me. So I can go in here and I can flake out on him, and that's breaking the agreement. So I can choose from different options here of like excuses essentially, but I can flake out, and then it goes off my table. It's not part of my plan anymore. And it also deletes it off his list.
Right.
So every one of these items is like a little mini contract or an agreement that exists on your list and the other person's list. And
we're going to go do this.
Yeah.
Cool. Social planning has been something that kind of fascinates me a little bit because I've seen people try a lot at it.
Yeah.
And it seems to be a really difficult thing to tackle, honestly. Because people are different. Everyone makes plans different. Everyone has their different group of friends. And like you said, there's a bunch of different activities. You don't remember who you've contacted, and it gets really, really complicated. How do you think that Ketchup can win where many who have come before you have kind of lost and petered out?
We have a very distinct difference. I know everyone says that, but I studied this market for about a year, and I realized that what was causing all those other applications to fail was that they all include scheduling, or they're based on scheduling, meaning picking a date and a time to do something. So I removed scheduling. Essentially, by not having to pick a date and time originally, like in the application, you can create a broad social plan that just involves the people that you want to spend time with and is directed toward what you want to do. But you can still make the scheduling happen via text or email or what people naturally do.
Right. So do you hear a lot that people are having trouble with this? Like the fact that just mentioning it to a friend isn't working out really, or those things aren't happening? I mean, where is the demand coming from essentially?
I think that a lot of people have way too many connections that they want to spend time with those people, but it's hard to keep them all straight. So that information should be stored somewhere and shared with the people that you want to spend time with, so they're aware of it, and when they want to hang out with somebody, they see you.
Okay, so I like what you're saying about like kind of removing scheduling, because that does seem like kind of part of the downfall of what we've seen before. But how do you generate revenue? I mean, what's your business model going to be? It seems purely social, and it's a free app, right?
That's correct, it's free. It's kind of a big play. The value of the application will be in the data. Essentially, at any given time, I'm going to know what everyone wants to do ahead of time. So I could take a snapshot of people in New York or a certain user and find out everything they're planning to do, and then provide them deals, suggest venues, even sell goods to them. So that data is really valuable, and advertisers are going to want it, and it'll actually be able to enhance the product by having that data ahead of time, rather than going to search for something that you might want to do. You have that ahead of time.
Absolutely. So it's available to everyone in the US, right?
It's available to everyone in the world. All you need is a Facebook account.
All you need is a Facebook account. Very cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate you chatting.
Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate it.
Shake it out, yeah. All right, that's it for Ketchup.